Like, I'm the least racist dude on the planet, and people say, oh, he must be racist because he said that. Okay, well, I talked to my gay Jewish agent in L.A. this morning, and, we've had Hispanic producers, black producers. We got Chris over there. I don't know what Mark is, but he's something. And so, like, my history has been like, I don't care. Like, it's like racism. America's not a racist country. It's not an effing racist country.
So this is a classic example of somebody white using their personal relationships with people to say that America as a whole is not a racist structure. Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's Jackson White, co-founder, chief of content at Politiscope, and thank you for tuning in with us here today at TYT. Now, as we all know, we probably know someone who's done this before. When you start to talk about things like the prison industrial complex and how it primarily targets minorities, or you talk about the institution of slavery and how those racist viewpoints have carried over into the present, they say, well, no, because I have a black friend, or I'm dating a black woman, or, what do you say, his gay Jewish attorney or whatever he said, he's gay and he's Jewish. Well, yeah, these are people you work with. These may be people that you personally are cool with, but that doesn't change the fact that institutions within this country primarily target not just poor people, but especially minorities and communities who are simply just trying to make a way out by doing things like selling marijuana, or even if they're selling more hard drugs, throwing them all in jail clearly has not worked. So, again, that's just one example of the institutional racism that still thrives within the United States. And I often talk about the way slavery within the United States truly functioned. It was an institution that gave this country the springboard it needed to really compete on a global scale. Cotton at the time was the most valuable commodity in the world, and nobody produced it like the United States. And slavery adapted with the times. The only reason it came to an end wasn't because technology got better. Slavery was free labor. You didn't have to pay the people who worked the technology. So again, free labor is free labor. You don't got to pay people. Therefore, the value of slavery in terms of economic value never really goes away, because in essence, slavery is just automation. That's really what it was. But people talk about it like it was just an old pastime in the South that, old hick farmers did, and we got rid of it as a country. But no, that's what made this country. And we all know that. And that's why I talk about it frequently, because again, people like him, if you were to say that, they wouldn't want to hear it. But if you were to really give them examples of how slavery truly functioned, then maybe he would see and understand that, yeah, this country really doesn't just have a dark past, but that shadow carries on into the present. But the most important thing to remember about my man here is typically people like this, and again, I've never met him. This is the only clip I've ever seen of him, so I can't really say what it would be like to speak with him. I typically don't really have too many issues with people. I'm just really good with people. So it will be interesting to meet him. But, a lot of that really is, when you say, well, I have a black friend, I have an Indian friend, I have a gay friend. People like that, that's kind of a way for them to say, I don't really want to listen to this. I don't really care. And it's better if you just kind of say that, instead of saying this isn't a racist country and that institutional racism doesn't exist, just say that it's an issue and these are issues that don't really concern you personally. And, maybe you just don't really care, whether you don't care about the group as a whole, or again, it just doesn't touch you personally. So it's not something that really is on your mind, because at least if you say it like that, then you're being honest and truthful. Because saying that America isn't a racist country is just so easy to combat. It's so easy to disprove. Really ain't nothing to it.